Listen, please.
You have to do what you do for the absolute symmetry.
Right,
The negative b over 2a.
right.
And then plug
So-
that in.
Very good. So, here's what she said. Robbie, you listening?
Yes, I'm
Since it's in standard form, we need to do negative b over 2a to find the axis of symmetry. And then that number is the x value of our vertex that we plug in to find the vertex. So then we could tell what the maximum value is. All right? So, what is negative b, Rob? What's negative b?
negative 6,
Well, yeah. So it ends up being,
negative 1.
yeah, well, I don't know. Is it negative 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is. Because a is negative 3. All right, good. So then I use that negative 1 in the function to find the y value of the vertex. Any questions on the procedure? Okay. And I get what? 1 times 3 is 3. Negative 6 times negative 1 is positive 6. That's not right. Oh, I forgot the negative. So it's negative 3 plus 6 plus 5, which is actually 8, right? So Joe, I was wrong. Did you
I
have?
changed it.
Okay, you fixed it? Okay. All right, so what's my max equal then? 8. It's the y value of the vertex. Everybody remember that? It's not the whole vertex, it's just the y value. Jared?
Don't you have to put y is greater than or equal to 8?
Well, we haven't got to the, we just found the max right now. Then we gotta answer the rest.
For the max or minimum, I thought for the last we had to put that like y.
No, that's just for the range.
Oh, so we never had to use that for the minimum.
No, min or max is just a number, one of those numbers. Rob?
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
You're welcome. All right. So, domain we know is what?
All real numbers.
All real numbers. And then the range, since it's a max, its y is what? Less than or equal to, right? When it's a max, its y is less than or equal to for the range. When it's min, its y is greater than or equal to, right? And then we just put our max value. Okay? We also had to do this. Okay, and that's where some of you struggle a little bit. So let's look at a picture again of two parabolas.
Don't you just love technology?
Most of the time I do. All right. So, let's just say there's one parabola, here's another one. Okay? When it's going down like this one, you think about it going right, left to right as you're reading a book, right? This side we're saying is going up. Even though we always write our arrows down or up, all right, this would be the increasing side. And over here would be the decreasing side. When it's this way, this side is decreasing, and this side is increasing. Does that make sense? We know which side is which, when depending on how it opens. Now, we look at the x value of the vertex. You know, the vertex is here or here, right? I'm a little off, but you guys get the idea, right? So my x value, let's just say it's on the y-axis here. All the x values left of 0 or less than 0, it's increasing. All the values right of 0 or greater than 0 is decreasing. Okay? Make sense? All right, so go back to this problem. Here's the vertex. That's the x value of the vertex, right? So my increasing part is less than that. And my decreasing part is greater than that. Because, you know, if I do a quick sketch, my vertex was at -1, I'm sorry. Yeah, -1, 8, right? So that's up here, right? So there's the increasing side, less than -1, and there's the decreasing side, greater than -1. Okay? So I think that was something that some students, some of you, were having a little issue with, increasing and decreasing. That's like number, what, number 6? No, that's the wrong one. Here's my answers. Like number 5, right? So that was the one that seemed like was giving kids the most. That's why I did an extra one here for warm-up. Okay? All right, number 1, Ty. What is the transformation here with the x? What is it telling us? With the -1. Right one. Very good. Caitlin, what's this +2 telling us?
Left 2. Or up 2.
Yeah, up to. The one with the x is the horizontal stuff, right? Because the x-axis is the horizontal one. The stuff that's on the ends or in the front of the whole thing, that's the y-axis, so that's the vertical movement. Okay? So, our parent function, we should know, for quadratics, parabolas, is 0, 0, 1, 1, -1, 1, 2, 4, and -2, 4. And there it is. You were supposed to graph each function, right? So both of them. So then we're going to move right 1 and up 2 from each of those points. If you want to make an XY table to help you, you can, but you don't have to. Right 1 and up 2, there's my vertex. Right 1 up 2 is that point. Right 1 up 2, whoa, did I go? Right 1 up 2, I went to the wrong spot, sorry. Let's get rid of it. I went 3, I think. Right 1 up 2 is there, sorry. And then from this one, right 1 and up 2 is there. From that one, right 1 and up 2 is there. And here, right 1 and up 2 is there. So I just did each point, moved right 1 and up 2. Okay? Simple, right? You guys will do really well on that one tomorrow. You get all 4 points, right?
On every quiz, I feel like we have something from a previous unit.
Yeah, we've had, some of this is, we've done a lot of this stuff, right? It's a lot like chapter 1 stuff, right?
Just going into this on each grade.
No.
Okay, good.
All right, vertex. This is in vertex form. So you can look at it and tell me the vertex. What is it, Maddie?
-3, 5.
Not the 3. What in the parentheses look at?
-1.
Opposite.
1.
Yeah. And then you were right with the 5. So 1, 5. Okay? That inside there tells you the x value of the vertex. Again, what makes it 0 is basically all you're looking at. Or the opposite. And then whatever's outside to the right there is the y value. So if I know what the vertex is right away, I know that the axis of symmetry is what? Alex Bacovi.
No.
1. All right? The 1. So whatever you get for x value of the vertex, remember, is the axis of symmetry value. Because our vertex will always be on the axis of symmetry. So those x values will be the same. All right? So those two should be easy, 4 points each, right? All right. So it says graph the equations for 3 and 4, make sure 3 total points graphed, okay? So the vertex and 2 other points, okay? The easiest thing to get is the y-intercept. What is it, Alex Schwaberow?
4.
Good. Whatever your C value is, that's your y-intercept. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's where it's going to cross the y-axis. I have that point. Is this going to open up or down? It's going to go up. So I'm not sure where my axis of symmetry is yet, so I won't label that point until I see where my parabola goes. All right, so the next thing, easiest thing to find would be what? The axis of symmetry or the vertex? Axis of symmetry, right? Joss, how do I find that?
Negative b over 2 times a.
Good.
It'd be 6 over 2 times 3 would be 6 over 6 and equal 1.
Good. Thank you. So x equals 1. Any questions? So, you know, it's going to be right there. So I could do my other point. What's my other point?
Oh, cool.
Right here, right? Reflect it. So that's 2, 4. And this is 0, 4. So there's 2 of the 3 points. The only other point I need to get is what? The vertex, right?
Wait, Mr. Mattingly, do you
Yeah.
have to label the?
Yeah, for the 3 points, let's label them. Okay? Alright, so then define the vertex. I'm putting 1 in place of the x. So 1 times 3 is 3, minus 6 is a negative 3, plus 4 is a positive 1. So 1, 1, and then there's our graph. Questions? Simple, right? Stay focused. Okay, Rob? Andrew, what's the x-intercept for this?
Negative 4 and 2.
Negative 4 and positive 2. This is called intercept form. Thank you. Because you can tell the intercepts just by looking at it. All you do is set those equal to 0. What? Minus 2 equals 0.
Plus 2.
And what plus 4 is 0?
Negative.
Just like Andrew said, right? So, questions on that? Okay, so put those in the spot, so it's easy to grade or tomorrow, right? We got to graph it, don't we? Yeah, that's part of the 3 and 4, graph them, right? So here's 2 of my 3 points. Okay, does it open up or down? Up, right? My A value is what? Positive what? 1. Thank you. There's no number out front. It's a positive 1. Okay. Axis of symmetry then is cutting this in half. Right? The little formula is just adding the 2 intercepts. The 2 plus the negative 4 and divide by 2. Find their average. What's 2 plus negative 4? Divided by 2? Negative 1. And you guys can see that that cuts right in half between the 2 points, doesn't it? All right, so x equals negative 1. Vertex, do like we've been doing. We put negative 1 in the original function. So we got negative 1 minus 2 times -1 plus 4. That's a -3 times a +3, which is a -9. So I kind of got in the way there, but that's going to be, I'll make it black so you can see it. It's going to be down here somewhere, right? So -1, -9. So here's my parabola. Jared, did you have a question?
Yeah, I thought you plugged the number you get into the equation, so it'd be like -9 times -9. -9.
No, we put -1 into the equation.
Yeah, no, after you do that, I thought you plugged the other number also into the equation.
No, you don't have to. That's a y value, right?
Yeah.
So don't plug it in for an x. I mean, you could put -9 in for x. And it's going to give you, -9 is here for x, so it's going to give you a really big number, positive up here somewhere.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Any other questions? All right, so this is like the warm-up. Liz, min or max?
Max.
Good. Everyone understand why? Okay. How do I find that max value?
If the A value is negative or positive,
Yeah.
negative, yeah.
Good, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay. Brooke, what do I do here so I can find that max value? Right, before I can find the vertex, since it's in standard form, I gotta do. Yeah, axis of symmetry. Right, thank you. So, Rob, what is -b?
I don't know, -4?
There you go. So we got +4 over -2, so what's my axis of symmetry? -2, right?
What's I was so confused on.
Well, I think it says min or max of value. I don't know why it said of. It's a typo probably, but we're just looking for the value here. Okay, so I put -2 in for the x, so I can find the y value of the vertex. So -2 squared is a +4, but the negative out front makes it back to -4. -4 times -2 is +8, and then -2. So -4 plus 8 is 4, minus 2 is a +2. So the vertex is -2, +2. So what's my max value? 2. Remember, the max or min value is whatever the y value of the vertex is. Domain is always all real numbers. Range, since it's a max, is less than or equal to, Rob? 2. All right. Now, since it opens down, what's the increasing and decreasing? Is increasing less or greater than?
Last.
So decreasing is greater. What number?
Yeah.
Nope. -2.
Oh.
The x value. So increasing and decreasing, we're looking at when is it increasing? When the x values are less than -2. And it will be decreasing when the x values are greater than 2. Okay? You need all of that to get all 6 points.
This next problem made me mad.
Yes?
On that one, when we put it into our calculator and we put the x into the equation, do we have to write that whole, like,
This?
plugged in, do we have to write that? We just put it into our calculator?
No.
Okay.
No, if you're getting, yeah, just make sure you're putting parentheses around those -2s. Okay, so when you launch a rocket, does it just go straight up and straight down?
Absolutely it does.
No, it curves left and right sometimes.
Sometimes it goes, usually once gravity starts getting it, usually it will start leaning one way and won't go straight down, right? So it'll be something like this, right?
Yeah.
It'll be a parabola that opens down.
I don't think it goes straight like in a parabola. I think it curves around. Depending on the wind precipitation.
There's all kinds of factors, yeah, I know. But we have a formula, which is a parabola, right? How do we know it's a parabola? It's squared, right? Why don't we just focus on this, okay, instead of pick on each other? All right, sure.
Sorry, Mr.
Both of you guys, running your mouth too much. All right, so what am I looking for? To find the height of this rocket. Hey, yeah, I'm looking for the vertex, right? I'm looking for that maximum point, right? As high as it goes. So that's what I gotta do, find the vertex. So Leighton, what do I gotta do first to find the vertex? Since it's in standard form. How have we found the vertex all the other times, if it's in standard form? What do we have to find first?
Do the negative B over three.
Yeah, so you know. So, negative 128 over 2 times negative 16, which is negative 128 over negative 32, which is 4. Very.
When I did this earlier, I got like a crazy high number, but then when I did negative 32, it's on my oxygen.
If you just put it all in your calculator, you need to put an extra set of parentheses in there.
Yeah, because I got 1,024.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but
yeah, you put something in wrong. Okay? So, we're going to put 4 in for the T. And what's that come out to? 256 meters. So whatever that y value is of the vertex, that's the height of that rocket. Okay? So number 6, all you're doing is finding the vertex. And then whatever the y value is, that's your answer. So don't make it harder than it is. Don't try to second guess yourself. All right. It says we're moving our function, we're shifting it right. So that's horizontally, right? So do we work with the x when we move horizontally or the y when we move horizontally? The x. All right. So what do I do to the x to shift it right?
subtract it. You have to put in parentheses and x minus 2 by the 4.
Now we're 3 again. We're going moving at 3 here.
Oh yeah, so it'd be like
X minus 3.
yeah, it's 2x squared plus 4 parentheses x minus 3, then minus 2.
Now you're getting ahead of yourself. Wherever there's an x, we're shifting it right 3. To shift right 3, it's x minus 3. So that's what we're doing. Questions?
So why do we have to put it in both the x?
Because there's 2 x's in there. Okay? So for every x in the original problem, you have to move the x horizontally 3 units. So x minus 3. So Do you do exponents first or multiply by 2 first?
Exponents first.
Yeah,
Cut it off.
Aunt Sally says that, right? So this is gonna be 2 times. Here's the shortcut. Square the x. Multiply x times negative 3, which is negative 3x, and double it. So it's a negative 6x. If you FOIL it, x minus 3 times x minus 3, you'll get 2 negative 3x's, outside and inside part. Okay? So that's why you double it. And then you square the 3 and you get 9. It's always addition, that third one. You can go ahead and distribute the 4 right away. Okay? So now we got to distribute the 2
Wait, where's the 4 coming from?
right there.
Oh, okay.
So 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times negative 6x is negative 12x. 2 times 9 is 18. I'll just put why did I put 12? I did that earlier today too.
No, that's what?
It's only a 2, right?
Wait, how
What's
much is
12 and negative 12 and negative 2? All right. Is that simplified yet? No. So let's simplify it. What's a negative 12 plus 4? Thanks, you guys. What's 18 minus 14?
4?
4. All right, so that's the shifted right part. Are we finished?
I'm still super
No.
confused.
Why?
Because where's the negative 2 coming from?
Equation of 4.
Well, what if you just subtract that and make it negative 14? Oh, wait, never mind, you did. Okay. Yeah, I just got ahead of myself.
Okay. Ellie, what do we got to do now? Vertical stretch by 3. Vertical stretch. We're moving the y. Nate? Yep. Multiply everything by 3. Remember, when you do something vertically, you do it to the whole thing. Because the whole thing is what y equals, right? So, we do this. So our answer is 6x squared minus 24x plus 12. So don't forget about the last part, the vertical stretch part. If it was horizontal by a factor of 3, what would I actually multiply by? 1/3, and I would only do it to the x's, right? I wouldn't do it to the whole thing. I'd do a 1/3 in here. So I go 2 times 1/3 x and then square it. Negative 8 times 1/3. If it was a horizontal compression, actually, by a factor of 3, it would have been multiplying all the x's by 1/3. Oh, we do have a horizontal compression. So, if it's a horizontal compression by 1/2, what am I actually multiplying x by? 2. All right? So, my g of x, I turn my x into 2x. And the squared's outside. Okay? So I multiplied just the x by 2. So the x became 2x. Now, do I go negative 5 times 2x or 2x squared first? 2x squared. So that's negative 5. And 2x times 2x is 4x squared. When it's horizontal, we always do the reciprocal of the factor. So we flip the 1/2 and make it 2. On vertical, we keep it whatever it was. So the vertical one, we kept it 3 and we multiply the whole thing. Horizontal, we make it the reciprocal and we just go times the x. Wherever we see an x, we multiply by 2. Make it a 2x. Josh, you have a question? Okay. So now, cleaning this up, negative 5 times 4x squared is negative 20x squared. Is that finished? No, we have to do what? Down 4. That's vertically, right? So what do I do with 4?
Multiply by the whole thing.
Subtract 4, that's all. When we just move up and down, no stretch or compression, we're just adding or subtracting, depending what it is. So since it's down, we're subtracting. So the answer to this one is negative 20 x squared, and then 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Last one. All right. How far was, this is the first one, right? The parabola shows the first one. So this is the first one. How far did he kick it? Or she kick it?
64 yards.
Yeah, 64 yards. How high did it go?
12 feet.
12, is it feet or yards?
Yards.
Yards still, right? We okay with that from the picture?
Yeah.
How far it went and how high it went. All right. The second one, find the x-intercepts. Negative 0.009 times what is 0?
0.009. Well divided, I mean.
Yeah, but what do I multiply that number by? What do I got to put in for x to make it equal to 0? 0, right? So we got a 0.00, right? That's where we start. What do I got to put in for x to make that equal 0? 70, right? So it goes down to 70. So it looks like this, right? When they kick that one. So which one went further, first or second? Second. Make sense? 70 yards. All right. Highest. Well, I know how high the first one went. How do I figure out how high the second one went? Nate? Find the vertex again. Okay? So, what's halfway between? What's the x value? 35 for x, right? So how do I find the y?
Plug it in.
Plug it in. So negative 0.009 times 35 times 35 minus 70. That comes out to,
11.025.
correct. So, which one went higher, first or second? First, because it went 12 yards. The other one just went a little over 11 yards.
Mr. Madden, the number is 7, 6x squared minus 24x, what's minus 6, right?
I think your last number's wrong.
I wonder why I got minus 6. Thanks, Mr. Madden.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I don't know.